Hey there guys, it's Colin. Welcome back to another video on the Brickaniac channel, and today I have my newest custom set based off of the hit show, Squid Game. But I don't want to keep you waiting with an intro any longer, so anyways, let's just get started. The first minifigure is of course the main character, player 456. He uses the old Lloyd hairpiece in black and has a worried expression, and like most of the other minifigures, as you'll see, has a dark green tracksuit with side arm and side leg printing, as well as his number on the torso. You can also swap out his hair for the new Lloyd hairpiece in black, as well as twist his head around for an angry, beaten down expression. The next character is Player 1, or more commonly referred to as just the Old Man. He uses the receding hairline hairpiece in light gray and has his signature smile, which I'm really happy with how it turned out because it was really difficult to translate into Lego form accurately. He also has dark green mid-legs. Next up is Player 306. Her hair is black and her face just has her absolutely iconic look of horror when she and everyone else finds out what the games are really about. She also has some blood splattered on her face and torso. The last character before we get on to the build for part 1 is the Circle Guard. Now, he has the same pink hoodie as all the other guards, but his mask has a circle on it to symbolize his rank. Now, if you've never seen the show before, you're probably wondering what that present is next to him, and it is a coffin. The build for part 1 is based off of the first challenge, red light, green light, and there are two builds. One of them is the entrance, and the other is the giant robot doll. And the entrance just has a sand green window, a sand green door, some dark orange roofing, as well as white walls. Here's the giant doll, and it's pretty much completely brick built. There is one custom piece I made, which is the hairpiece, and I think it looks really good, as well as a print on the 2x2 cylinder piece for the face. Player 67 has kind of a blank expression with freckles on it, as well as the Luke Skywalker hairpiece in black. Her accessories are a 1x1 circular tile with a triangle on it to represent her honeycomb, as well as a metallic gray wand to represent the needle she uses to cut it out. Player 101 has kind of an annoyed expression, as well as the old mullet hairpiece in black, and his accessories are an egg and a soda bottle, which were the meal that they got before one of the games. Part 2 is based off of the second challenge, Honeycombs, in which they had to carve out a shape from a honeycomb that they were given, and they would have to line up in front of one of these four shapes: star, circle, triangle, or umbrella, and I chose to include star and circle. So as you can see, you can open up the doors, which have 2x6 printed tiles on them with either a circle or a star, and inside is a table with a tin that contains a honeycomb, and you can have one of the guards hand it to the contestant. The second build is the slide that player 101 sits under to carve out his shape, and it uses a color scheme of green, yellow, and red. Player 212 has the hairpiece from the Ghostbusters set in black, as well as a crazy smiling expression on her face, and the number 212 printed on her torso. The triangle guard is almost identical to the circle guard, just with a different mask, which of course has a triangle on it, and a satchel piece to represent the strap he has around his accessory, the gun. The build for this part is the Tug of War platforms. They're identical on either side, like they are in the show, and both rest on a 4x4 platform. They're built up with some yellow beams, and on each side is a sand green lamppost, and in the middle is a rope that you can have your minifigures hold on to reenact the scene, and there is even a new color for the flag piece, which is hot pink. The first character in Bag 4 is probably the fan favorite of the series, Player 199 or Ali. He uses the Jay Walker hairpiece from Ninjago in black and has a smiling expression, and his accessory is a ball piece to represent one of the marbles. He also has an alternative facial expression for when he gets betrayed. Player 240 uses the old Nia hairpiece in black, as well as having a kind of puzzled facial expression and a slightly unzipped jacket which reveals some of her number underneath. The build for part 4 is the marble room, which is where pretty much all the saddest scenes in the show took place. So let's take a closer look at it. The first build is the entranceway, which has 2 blue doors and the Squid Game symbols on either side. This is also where players 240 and 67 are playing their marble game. The next builds are just 2 of the various walls that are around, and one of them has kind of a gate on it, and the other has a painting on it, and it is also where Ali got betrayed and has rocks in his bag instead of marbles. The last little build is just a telephone pole with some speakers coming out. Player 218 uses the Harry Potter hairpiece in black and has a more serious expression. He also has a knife as his accessory, and his torso is a lot more neat and well kept than the other people. By the way, what color do you think their tracksuits are? I know in this picture that I'm using of him, they look blue, but a lot of times they look green. I don't know if they're changing them or it's just the lighting looks weird in a lot of the places, but the reason I chose them to be green is because in the red light, green light, when they're outside, they look like dark green. What would y'all have chosen? Player 111 uses the new Han Solo hairpiece in black. He has a focused expression and some glasses, and he's the only one who isn't wearing his jacket because I wanted one of them at least to have the undershirt showing, and his accessory is the scissors that he uses to harvest organs. The square guard uses the same pink hoodie and pants as the previous 2 guards. The only difference is that he has a square on his mask. The build for part 5 is based off of the bunk room where they all sleep. There are 6 beds and a place in the back where the guards can stand. I have noticed that in the show there are some symbols on the walls, and I've replicated those here. Here's the one that has the Squid Game symbols on it, and here's the one that has the shapes, and it was actually hinting towards the Honeycomb game. Now, there is a cool play feature that I added, which I really like. It's basically a launcher feature, and here's how it works. On the side is a lever, which you can push, and it launches one of the beds, and you can just pretend that one of the characters maybe knocked it over during one of the riots after the lights go out. Anyways, here are all the builds in the set together. It is really big, and here's the box art, which I'm pretty proud of. Anyways, that's about all I have for today's video. If you did like it, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing, and comment down below if you have any other ideas for custom sets I could do based on Squid Game or anything else. I always love hearing y'all's suggestions. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you did like this video. I worked super hard on it, and it took me like 3 weeks to make. So once again, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed if you haven't already. But that's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day, and go build something awesome.